How's it going, guys? Hey, today I'm talking about evidence-based ways and ways I love to improve my overall sleep. Sleep is so crucial, and in a study that was done with over 25,000 people over an 11-year period, it showed that people with insomnia were more at risk to have anxiety disorders. This is a problem area in our mental health space that we need to get right, improving our overall sleep. And it doesn't have to be a lot of magical pills or powders or different bed and pillow. These things could be good for sure, but I'm going to share with you some more practical ways that you can change quickly into your day-to-day life that will have a massive impact. These are some of the ways, over 8 years of trial and error of trying different things to improve my sleep, that I've found really work for me. Sleep is so crucial. I remember back in 2013 when I first had really bad intrusive thoughts, anxiety, that I wasn't sleeping well at all. I was staying up a lot of the night, just lying in bed with these terrible thoughts going around in my mind. And it sucked, you know, trying to sleep when you can't sleep and you're just staying there, and then you wake up the next day and the anxiety's worse because you haven't gotten a good sleep, and the cycle continues. And I know the pain of that, and I know the pain and annoyance of not getting a good night's sleep. And so these are ways, practical ways that have really worked for me. The first one is getting in a good routine with your sleep. And I heard this from Jason Sean Bennett, a health coach in New Zealand, and he talks about that the moon has a cycle, the sun has a cycle, tides come in and out on a cycle, and we have a cycle as well. When it's dark outside, we go to sleep and then we wake up in the morning. Getting into a rhythm and a routine will help our body and mind know that this is when we go to sleep and this is when we wake up. You know, if you're going out and clubbing until about 5 a.m. in the morning and then you'll sleep until maybe 9 that next morning and then try to fall asleep that night, it just throws off your sleep schedule. So trying to get a fixed routine as best as you can each night to get in a rhythm so your body knows when you should fall to sleep. And here's another good one. Keep the bed for sex and sleep. The double S, it's a great acronym there. Boom, double S. And so keeping it for sex and sleep, we know that when we go to our bed, either one of our activities, two activities are gonna happen. We're gonna have sex or we're gonna go to sleep. And keeping it for those two things is great because our body knows and gets used to that feeling of, okay, I'm in the bed, this is when I go to sleep. And I used to bring my phone to bed and look at it at night before I went to sleep, and then first thing in the morning when my alarm went, have a look and scroll through. But now I find a great way is to put my phone outside into the living room, and I set the alarm out there. So I have to get out of bed and go to the living room to then turn off my alarm. And this is a great way to wake up in the morning as well. Jocko Willink talks about it, and he talks about waking up, and how to wake up earlier is just getting straight out of bed. So as soon as your alarm goes, not even thinking about it, it's a non-negotiable, getting straight out of bed and turning off that alarm. And that's also been really helpful for me to have the phone in another room. Before I go to sleep, I'm not scrolling through it, lying in bed. And when I wake up in the morning, I have to get out of bed and I'm not lying in bed scrolling through my phone. And so the bed is just for sex and sleep. You know, maybe you have a bit of sex first and then some sleep. That's great, you know? Whatever works for you. But the double S is a very good way to keep that routine and keep the bed for those two things. And so way number 3 is light. Now this is crucial. We are on a circadian rhythm. Our body has a circadian rhythm. And that is a 24-hour, finely tuned clock in our system which helps our body to perform different functions. And one of the main factors that influences the circadian rhythm is light. In the morning, getting out and going into the sunshine while you're having a coffee or while you're having a drink, getting some sunshine on the body to let your body know, hey, I'm awake, we can move on with the day. Because if we're just staying inside and not getting that light, then it's more difficult for the body to realize, hey, it's daytime and I need to perform the functions that I need to do for the daylight. And also at nighttime, there's a lot of lights from our TV, from our computer screens, from the light bulbs that we have, or just the city centers, if we're living in city centers, the amount of light pollution that's coming into us. And it's hard for our circadian rhythm to know that, hey, it's nighttime, we should be going to sleep because there's all of these bright lights and blue lights coming at us. Trying to have a low dim light at night, for me, I have a lamp that I put on and that's more of a low dim light than putting on my main big neon light. Also, I wear these glasses. Boom. Now I know what you're thinking, okay? They look amazing. They're super stylish and they're just, you know, the top fashion of the day. No, I'm just kidding around. I know, they look like I'm going into a welding shop and I need these safety protective goggles to try and like shield me from the sparks coming up. You know, I'm in the tool shed now. But it doesn't matter what they look like, okay? Because they wrap around nicely and shield my eyes from that blue light. And blue light dampens down the release of melatonin in our body. And blue light comes from the sun, it comes from our phones, TVs, but we don't want as much blue light at nighttime. So a couple of ways is wearing some of these glasses helps to filter out the blue light. And I just want to show you what it looks like on them here. So you can see that they're a little bit cracked and whatnot, but so I want to show you what they look like here, okay? So it just calms things down. It makes it all orange and like you're looking at a fireplace. So these glasses are great and they help to just calm down the light and filter out that blue light and just make things more peaceful and relaxed in the eyes. And I really find that they're beneficial. Honestly, they're really good. Another way is using Flux, which is an app, and I'll link below, on your computer or on your phone. You can set on your iPhone. Not sure about the Androids, but I'm sure you can, is set it so it just at nighttime the light comes down. All right, the fourth way is exercise. So exercising for me is something that I really find has a lot of benefits in my overall life. And it could just be something as simple as a walk. But the way I see it is that if I don't exercise much during the day, then at nighttime I'll have more energy. And that energy tends to go to my thoughts and to my brain, and I'm just overthinking things. And so what I like to do is just do some exercise during the day, or even if it's a bit of a walk or a cycle, and get out some of that energy. And so at nighttime, then I can fall to sleep easier. So I have less built up energy in the body. Now the fifth way is slowing down the breath. And the breath is crucial. So if I find myself overthinking too much, thinking about the day or what I could have done differently, or thinking about something in the future, then if I catch myself, I'll try and say, hey, look, I'm going to sleep now. I don't have to deal with this. Maybe write it down in the diary, and as well as writing it down to get it out of the mind, breathing in and breathing out. Longer exhale has been shown to move us from the sympathetic, which is the fight or flight nervous system mode, into the parasympathetic, which is the rest and the digest, just from changing our breath. A longer exhale. So you just be lying there, catch yourself thinking about, you know, what's for dinner tomorrow, or why did I say that to that girl, or I got a Spanish test, or I've got a public speaking event, and just lengthening that exhale. I'm already feeling calmer after doing that breath now. It's great. Number 6 is diet. And diet, as well as exercise, has a lot of positive effects. It has a myriad of positive effects on the body and the mind. And just getting in the diet so it's correct and more whole foods. That's what I mean by correct. You know, correct meaning we don't feed lions Oreos. We don't feed cheetahs Doritos. We're not feeding Coke to zebras, you know? So why are we eating all of these different things? Now, hey, I'm not perfect. You'll see me out there on the street eating some chips. I'm a sucker for chips. And chips, salt and vinegar, wowee. Nelson's in New Zealand, they make a great packet of chips. However, I'm trying to eat over 80% of my meals more whole food, more foods that are grown from the planet. Things that are grown from trees, like apples, bananas. I've never seen a Dorito tree. It would be interesting though if nature ever made a Dorito tree. And so eating more of these whole foods And a diet that is more rich in vegetables, whole foods, it has been shown to help people sleep better as well. So diet's maybe something that we're not thinking about as much. I wasn't, but it is actually something that can be really beneficial to help you sleep better. Also, another thing for me is timing. So trying not to eat around 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed. And if I do feel like a little snack on something, I'll try maybe an orange or a bit of fruit, as that's a bit lighter than a full-on meal. So here are some top tools that I've found work really beneficial for myself to fall to sleep better and get that good quality sleep, to wake up feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, revitalized, the triple R, you know, another good acronym. The last bonus thing I want to share is that I remember when I was younger and I wasn't falling to sleep, and I went to my dad, "Dad, I'm not falling asleep. What am I going to do?" And he's like, "Mate, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Like, just relax. You're not falling asleep. That's okay. Just go lie down and close your eyes and you'll be getting a good rest anyway." And so it's like, we can't over stress about not sleeping, because that's going to affect us and it's going to make us not sleep even more because we're worried that we're not sleeping. And I know in my anxious mind that I used to get in that place as well. Just saying, hey, this is a process. I'm going to change something, a couple of things this week. Maybe I'm going to eat some more whole foods. Maybe I'm going to go for a walk around the block. And each week to slowly improve. Just those small 1% improvements, and it's a process to improving that sleep. This is the long term. We're in this health game for the long term. Well, this is the mental wealth lifestyle. And we out here looking after our greatest wealth, which is peace. And we're doing it, and we're going to help others. Let's go. So thanks everybody for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I want to get this out to as many people as possible so we can help to improve the mental health of all people in the world, because that's everybody's right, to have good mental health and these good positive tools that can help to do that.